Yo, what's up, people? Matty D in the Black, helping you achieve emotional and financial, physical well-being here. Today's video is more of a rant than anything else. Nothing really specific. I'm sorry. Nothing that I did, I don't want to say research on, but something I want to share with you. My own personal story. I was outside, did a video. I'm not going to go back out there. Personal story of me, and my whole point of this video is, why in some cases, in this case, you shouldn't just go to a parent's house and apologize. Especially if you've apologized more than once. So, with my mother and our ongoing saga, soap opera of bullshit, whoever you're watching this and you're going through the same thing, you may have heard this. Especially, you probably have been told by people, especially if you're having issues with your mother. With your father, on the hand, people may not say this because, I'll say this again, I'll continue to say this. For some reason in American society, I don't know about others, it is more acceptable. It's almost accepted that you can have daddy issues, and it's accepted and expected that a father can just leave and say fuck you, and people go, oh, fuck him. Like, it's okay to not make amends with your own dad, but when it comes to your mother, people will say, well, that's your mom. Try to work it anyway. It's your mother. I'm like, no, it's not healthy. Sorry. Just because your mom gave birth to you does not mean that gives her an excuse to run you over multiple times because she gave birth to you. Like, if you're telling me I should make up with my mother who's got fucked up shit, and I should just throw it out the window, or whatever, and tolerate her crap, then that's not right. I mean, the same thing to go for father. Like, if your dad has left you, whatever, he owes you an apology. Like, I don't want you to make it up. I want you to heal, but it shouldn't just be acceptable for a dad to go off and do whatever, and then but with your mother who's a jacked up individual, you shouldn't have to tolerate this shit. But anyway, so my story is this: people told me, oh, Matt, your mother, you should go to her house and and just show up on the door and just show up and apologize and just talk to her. Yeah, no, fuck that. Here's why. And this video is for all of you who've been told this by the people to go up to your mother or your father, most likely probably mother, most likely to go up to, just show up at the door out the blue and apologize. And it's like, no, here's why. I did that one time years ago. I remember it was drill weekend. I was in the Marine Corps Reserves, and we had a inspection that day. So I was in my Charlies, and my Alpha was Charlie's. I can't think of the term right now. But anyways, I was in my service uniform, Charlie's, and I thought, well, if I'm all dressed up in my uniform military, it'll have an effect where she will, it'll maybe she'll feel different about me. Hopefully, I have no idea. Show up to the house, and I remember walking in, knocked on the door. My mom was very stern, and like she usually is. And I remember talking with her. I remember exactly how the conversation went, what was said. But I do remember telling her that I love her and I care, and that I wanted to work things out. And then I apologized for cussing at her years ago and everything else. And you would think that if you do that, if you're the person who comes up first and says, yo, I want to go like that with you, I'm sorry, blah, 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 the other person would respond in kind and go, I appreciate that. And then therefore they would share their frustrations, and you would have a healthy conversation, healthy dialogue, where you forgive each other. Not my mom's world. That woman decided to released her anger, her hurt, got angry, yelled at me, and come from a standpoint of, yeah, it's your fault. How dare you do this to me? I'm your mother, all this shit, blah, 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 afterwards. And I think she was crying, but I remember sitting there and wanting to be like, whoa, calm down. Like, I didn't yell at her. I just told her how I felt. And she just went off and yelled at me. And I hated that, because when I was in that position, I felt very small. I felt like I was begging her. I felt like, oh my God, please, Mom, please take me back. I'm sorry. I felt like a little fucking kid begging their mom to take them back as a kid or something. It was stupid. Putting myself in that position sucks. I'm not doing it again, okay? But I remember going off on me. And then after we were finished, there was no reconciliation. There was no, like, real conclusion. It was, I just left, and I think I said, like, I'm sorry. Nothing else was said. I left. The way it ended was I left feeling like she was thinking, yeah, that's right, it is your fault. Yeah, fuck you. That's right. You owe me. Yeah, don't come to the house again unless you got some goddamn sense. Like something like that. And I was like, that's bullshit. So I left feeling like that, and I remember leaving, and I remember going across the street because I was hurt. I wasn't angry. I just felt so hurt and sad and I guess rejected. I went across the street to some neighbors because I had talked to them about my mother. I was going through a lot of stuff personally at the time. And they're neighbors of mine who had known me since I was young, and their mother, I started to cry. I was like, my mom hates me. Oh my God, this is crazy. And that's all it was. And I was just like, what did I do? I felt like I was at fault. I was wrong. I'm trying to work things out with her. So many things. I just started crying. She started crying too. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So ever since that day, I've been like, I don't want to put myself in that position. I don't want to do that shit. I'm not gonna do it. Now, if I were to show up today, would I go there from a feeling of, oh my God, please forgive me? No. If anything, it'd be like, we need to talk. But the thing about it is that it probably wouldn't be the best talk, because I'd be ready to just, go off on her and fight back. I don't want to do that. Not only that, but I'm not just gonna show up at my mom's house when I don't know when she's home, because that defeats the purpose. Like, I'm not doing that stuff. So my perspective with her is just, let's talk over the phone at least and have a discussion. That's it, So that's my story. Hopefully that's some value to it. And the whole point is, like, look, like, if people are telling you, like, to just show up at the house, don't fucking do that. Don't do that unless you have some, like, plan where you're going to talk and say whatever, and make sure you come from a space where you feel calm, cool, collected, and you're like, hey, whatever happens, and don't have any expectations. That's fine. But in that sense, don't. I recommend you have a conversation over the phone first, or you agree to meet at a restaurant where you have to be on point. And if they end up yelling, well, guess what? They vindicated you. They look at the asshole, and you're like, hey, I'm not the one yelling right now, but they are, because they want to be an ass. So that's my suggestion. Take what it's worth. I'm not saying that it's the best advice ever, or it's the end all be all. But if you're going to work things out with a parent, and if you tried multiple times to work things out, call, whatever, and they don't do anything, you need to come from a place of, like, this is what I've done. You want to come, I don't want to say a place of strength, but a place of, like, we're not feeling like you got to be a subordinate. Just be who you are. Be firm. Be strong. Tell them how you feel, and then that's it. And then be like, no, that's it. And you don't want an apology. You don't. So if you choose to, just come from a place of being strong, firm, and knowing what you've done, and tell them that. And otherwise, just don't. Just talk on the phone. Like, do not just, like, show up there and all that shit. And even and here's the thing. Let me say this one thing, because someone said, what if your mom or dad died tomorrow? Here's how you minimize or get rid of that. You have to look back at everything you've done. And if you've reached out more than once, done these things, you want to work on making sure that if that were to happen, that your conscience is clear. That way, when it happens to them, if it were to happen sooner than later, you're not left feeling guilty and mad and all these emotions. If they do pass away, you'll still be sad most likely, because it's healthy, but you can at least say with confidence to yourself and people, you know what, do I miss them yet? Or, am I sad? Sure. Some of you may not agree. Some of you may be glad that they're dead, and that's fine too. And that's completely normal. That's okay also. But the whole point is that you can say with confidence, surety, confidence in yourself that you're good. That you're like, yo, I did what I done, and yes, they passed away, but I've done my part. I'm good and clear. I have no guilt, no regrets. That's the point. where you can say something like that, where you can say, yo, I'm good, I have no regrets, I've done everything I can, and they chose not to. Therefore, you know, I'm in the clear. My conscience is clear, my karma's good. That's it. So that's what you do. If someone said, well, they die tomorrow, this way you can say, yo, I did everything I can, I did this, blah, blah, blah. So if they died tomorrow, would I miss them? Sure. Would I be sad? Of course. But I have no regrets, no guilt. End of the day, that's what happens. So, long video. Appreciate this. Appreciate you watching all this. Hope you got some value. Comment. Let me know your thoughts are. Whoever are watching this, I got more stuff on this on my channel to help you. You know, if you got issues with mom or dad or both, contact me. We'll do a free consultation, free session, and we'll go from there. So like this video, please share and subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell so you get notified when I do videos. And look forward to working with you, talking with you soon. Get in the black. Deuces.